our next sermon series. I think I need to get the ushers to bar the doors and lock everyone in, because we're going to help us, God help us, we're going to talk about stewardship for the next little bit. And so many people think stewardship means what they do on the televangelist programs, dig down deep and give till it hurts. Well, hopefully, we're going to see a little bit more than that today. So I'm just going, please don't run for the doors. But we will be talking for the next little bit about stewardship. Today, our scripture lesson comes from Romans, the 16th chapter, verses 3 through 16. Romans 16, 3 through 16. And I will be reading today from the Common English Bible translation of God's holy word. And I invite you all to listen for the word of God. Say hello to Prisca and Aquila, my co-workers in Christ Jesus, who risked their own necks for my life. I am not the only one who thanks God for them, but all the churches of the Gentiles do the same. And also say hello to the church that meets in their house. Say hello to Epaenetus, my dear friend who was the first convert in Asia for Christ. Say hello to Mary, who has worked very hard for you. Say hello to Andronicus and Junia, my relatives and my fellow prisoners. They are prominent among the apostles. They were in Christ before me. Say hello to Ampliatus, my dear friend in the Lord. Say hello to Urbanus, our co-worker in Christ. Say hello to my dear friend Stachys. Say hello to Apelles, who is tried and true in Christ. Say hello to the members of the household of Aristobulus. Say hello to my relative Herodian. Say hello to the members of the household of Narcissus who are in the Lord. Say hello to Tryphena and Tryphosa, who are workers for the Lord. Say hello to my dear friend Persis, who has worked hard in the Lord. Say hello to Rufus, who's an outstanding believer, along with his mother and mine. Say hello to Asyncritus, Phlegon, Hermes, Petrobus, Hermas, and the brothers and sisters who are with him. Say hello to Philologus and Julia, Nereus and his sister, and Olympus, and all the saints who are with him. Say hello to each other with a holy kiss. All the churches of Christ say hello to you. The Word of God for the people of God.
Thanks be to God.
Let us pray. O holy God, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of all of our hearts be holy and acceptable to you. For you are our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. Well, if you know me very much, you know that I am a movie guy. I could probably watch 4 or 5 movies a day and get absolutely nothing done, except, thank goodness, Amanda won't let me do that. But, you know, as much as my son Nicholas and I went off to see the new Star Wars, it's not new now, the Star Wars movie Rogue One, and oh, it was great. Just really, you had all the special effects and all the X-Wing fighters and the Imperial walkers, and it had the Death Star. It was really cool. But, you know, I got to say, as much as I enjoyed that, it doesn't even make my top 10. Not even close. I mean, really. If I was going to go through my top 10, I guess David Letterman style, number 10, actually I haven't done that, but one of my favorite movies was made in 1946. Black and white, no Imperial walkers, no computer-generated special effects. But I think it might be one of your favorite movies too. It's an old movie made by Frank Capra. It's called It's a Wonderful Life. In fact, if any of y'all haven't seen that, we'll wait. Y'all just go watch it right now. We'll wait for you to come back, okay? Put it on your list. If you haven't seen it, you need to get out more, first of all. Wow. I mean, 1946. I mean, this was an awesome movie, and if you're not familiar with it, the whole story, even if you are, it's still the same story. The premise is Jerry Stewart, he's the star of this the sharp. Jimmy Stewart's having a struggle in his life. And he gets to the point where he says, well, the world would be better off without me. Nothing would be different if I wasn't, even here, it would be better if I wasn't even born. And so, of course, his guardian angel, Clarence, angel second class, decides, some of y'all feel like you have an angel second class watching over you, I don't know. His guardian angel decides, hey, let's show him what the world would be like without him. Wow. I mean, it's amazing how many people one life can touch. And I think really a lot of us feel like that sometimes. We feel like, am I making a difference? Does anybody even notice if I'm here or not? What would happen if if the earth were to just open up and swallow me and I just vanish from the face? Would anybody even notice? Well, I'm here to tell you, yes. Yes, and I believe this is part of what our scripture is about today. St. Paul. Let's talk about Paul, for instance. Did Paul make a difference in this world? Yes? No? Yeah. A lot of vertical motion around the room, that's a good thing. I think the people in St. Paul, Minnesota would probably agree with you that he made a difference. I think the people that worship at St. Paul's Cathedral might agree with you there. I think those of us who read, I don't know, maybe most of the New Testament that this guy wrote, hello? We are quite possibly here because of St. Paul, of what he did, and the wonderful impact that he had on the spread of Christianity. The guy was amazing. On the other hand, now you're sure I can pronounce some of these names. Prisca and Aquila, we know them from other places. Priscilla and Aquila, we've heard of them, yeah. But what? And hang on, Epaenetus. Who's this guy? Let's see what else we have. Oh, Mary, yeah. Oh, hang on, not that Mary. Sorry. Oh, hang on, not that Mary either. This is another Mary. Lots of people named Mary. So we don't know much about this one. Andronicus, Junia, Amplatus, Urbanus. Who are these people? The only thing I think that most of us know about the people that are mentioned here, if you go and look at some Roman Catholic or some Greek Orthodox church somewhere, probably is named St. Urbanus, because it's mentioned in the Bible. Other than that, well, not much. Did these people make a difference? Did these people have an impact? Would the world be different if they were never born? Well, here's what I think. I think they made a difference to Paul. What do you think? I mean, he's writing this letter, and he takes time out to say, oh, by the way, I got a long list of people. And they are such awesome people that I want you to make sure that you say hello to them. And greet them with a holy kiss and give them a big hug and tell them you love them. That made a difference to Paul. And Paul made a difference for us. You see, we're not all called to be St. Paul. Thank goodness. That's a tough job. Sometimes we're called to be St. Paul. Sometimes we're called to be Nehrus. Each of us has a different call on our life. Nehrus would have made a lousy St. Paul. That's not what he was called to do. But he made a difference. He had an impact. When he was interacting with St. Paul, something clicked. Something clicked. And we don't know how big of an impact he had, but we know that St. Paul spread the gospel throughout the Mediterranean. And because of that, like I said, we're sitting here today. So, thanks to Nehrus and Andronicus and Urbanus and that other Mary that's not either that Mary or the other Mary. Sometimes we look at our ourselves, we look at what we're doing, and we say, yeah, I don't know. It's really not that important. What I'm doing, it's not like any big deal. So let me stop for just a minute and agree with you in one point. The point I'm going to agree with you is, if God's going to do something, God's going to do it, and God really doesn't need your help. Okay? Let me kind of back that up just a little bit. Let me read to you from Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "We have also received an inheritance from Christ. We were destined by the plan of God," this is the part I want you to listen to, "by the plan of God who accomplishes everything according to His design." You see, God's going to do what God's going to do. And you have the opportunity, you have the chance to participate in that. And if you opt out, guess what? God's still going to do what God's going to do. You just miss out on the blessing. You miss out on being able to participate in the really cool things that God is doing. But God's plans will be accomplished because it's God who accomplishes everything according to His design. And those of us who are reading through the Old Testament, I stumbled across this in Esther. I thought this was awesome. Esther chapter 4, verse 14. There was a bit of a rub between Esther's adopted father and the vice president, I guess you want to say, the second in command in the kingdom. And he's going to try to wipe out all the Jews. And Esther's adopted father, Mordecai, is going to Esther, pleading with her to see what she can do to stop. And this is what he says. He's talking to Esther, and he says, "In fact, if you don't speak up at this very important time, relief and rescue will appear for the Jews from another place." He's saying, Esther, if you don't do it, God's going to do it with somebody else. Esther, you're really not that important to God's plan. God's offering you, Esther, an opportunity to participate. But if you don't speak up at this very important time, relief and rescue will appear for the Jews from another place. But you and your family will die. See, Esther has a choice here. Esther can either receive the blessing of being a part of God's plan, or she can just sit back and let things happen, and God will do it some different way. We have that same choice. We can either use what God has loaned to us for God's purpose and receive the blessing for doing that, or we can just sit back and let the world go on by, and the blessing that God has planned for us, He's going to give it to somebody else. You see, everything that we have, everything that we are, all the talents and the wonderful things that we have been given, it's all God's. It's all for God. Now we can either just sit back and say, I am so awesome. I am so cool. See, you're hiding back. She can, I should watch her, I guess. She can sit up at the piano and say, oh, I'm such an awesome piano player. And is she an awesome piano player? I'm going to see that. Or she can do like she does and say, oh, but I don't do this. I'm doing it for God. I'm not doing it so that y'all will shine the light on me. And if you haven't talked to her very much about her piano playing, that's what she says all the time. It's a great example of what you do with the talent that God's given you. Our singers this morning, when they're up there singing, yeah, sharing what God has given us. See, that's the way we're supposed to do it. We think, well, you know, I don't play the piano like Susan does, and I don't sing like Terry and Becca do, and in my gift, I don't know, I'm not that important. My gift is not, it's not going to make a difference. Well, let's read some more. Let's read about how little gifts might make a difference here. If we look over in Mark chapter 12, you think, well, my gift is no big deal. Jesus is sitting at the synagogue and he's watching people. Y'all ever go to the mall oh, I hate to go to the mall. Oh, wow. I would almost rather take a beating than have to go to a shopping mall. And so sometimes you go, and I do this at airports or shopping. You sit and watch people. And so I love to just sit and watch people. And that's what Jesus is doing here. He's sitting, watching people. So let me pick it back up. This is the scripture here. This says, Jesus sat across from the collection box for the temple treasury and observed how the crowd gave their money. Many rich people were throwing in lots of money. Oh, look at me. I'm putting in a large sum. I must be more faithful than everyone else who's not putting a large sum in. I'm a wonderful Jew. I'm putting in a lot. And that's the way they were looking. Jesus looked and he saw them. And many rich people were throwing a lot of money. And one poor widow came forward and put in 2 small copper coins worth a penny. And Jesus called his disciples to him. I assure you that this poor widow has put in more than everyone who's been putting money in the treasury. All of them are giving out of their spare change. But she, from her hopeless poverty, has given everything she had, even what she needed to live on. Whoa. And 2,000 years later, we're talking about a gift of about a penny. You think her gift made a difference? You want to revisit that part about your gift not being very important? You see, it's not the size of the gift that matters. It doesn't matter. If you've been blessed with a lot, okay, maybe you should give a lot. If you've been blessed with a lot of talent, maybe you should give a lot of your talent. It's not the size of the gift that matters. It's that we give. See, God doesn't really need us. We've established that, right? God's going to do what God's going to do. We have a wonderful opportunity to give. See, God doesn't need our gift, but we need to give. That's the way it works. We're created with a need to do that. And I don't know if you're aware of it. It's on the back of the bulletin. You haven't read it yet. Jesus talked more about money than he did about heaven and hell. Now, why would he do that? Because he realized that you are going to do one of 2 things. Either you're going to control your money, or your money's going to control you. One of those 2. That's the only 2 choices you got. God doesn't need our money. We are created with a need to give. God doesn't really need our voices. But it's wicked awesome when we use them in praise of God, isn't it? Yeah. Worship is so much nicer with a piano. When we belittle our gift, I believe that we're belittling the giver that gave it to us. We may feel like we don't make a difference at all. We may feel like our gift doesn't make a difference. The scriptures tell us otherwise. 2,000 years later, we're talking about people whose names we can't even pronounce. We're talking about a widow that gave a penny. I don't have the exact quote, but Ronald Reagan said something like this. A lot of people stay awake at night and they wonder if they've actually made a difference in the world. He says, United States Marines don't have that problem. You probably should have said our military doesn't have that problem, to be more accurate. Tell you who else doesn't have that problem. People that understand that everything we have and everything we are is already God's. And we are good stewards of the little or the lot that we have received. Pray with me. Holy loving God, we thank you that you bless us beyond our wildest expectations. Everything we have is yours. Everything that we are is a gift from you. Holy God, allow us to use everything that we have and everything that we are for your honor and for your glory so that you might advance your kingdom. And whether or not anybody remembers us when
that's irrelevant. What is important is we will have done what you have asked us to do. Don't let someone else take our blessing. Don't give our blessing to someone else, but help us to be willing to be a part of your plan. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we pray.